Hey everyone, Jake here for Extreme Terrain, and in this video we're taking a look at the Red Rock Hardtop Insulation Kit fitting 2018 and newer JL Wranglers. This kit is going to appeal to the Wrangler owner who's looking to make their rig just that much more pleasant to live with. This is going to make the cabin easier to heat and cool, and will keep sound a bit more subdued, which will make for an overall much more pleasant driving experience, and it's not going to cost you a ton of time or money. One of the best parts about having a Wrangler is that removable hardtop. Having the hardtop is a boon in inclement weather, but let's face it, the fiberglass construction just isn't good at insulating the cabin against heat, cold, or noise. Enter this insulation kit from Red Rock. Now there are 9 pieces of pre-cut and finished insulation. They're going to attach around the inside of your hardtop panels, and they cover pretty much everything except for the seams. So this kit is going to do a number of things. First and foremost, it helps keep the temperature better regulated inside of the cabin. Like insulation in your walls at home, the material here helps dissipate heat and keep out the cold. So even if you park your JL outside all year long, on the hottest days of summer and in the dead of winter, it'll be a bit less jarring when you open the door than it would without these. That also means your HVAC system won't have to work as hard to cool or heat the cabin and keep you at the temperature that you prefer. Insulation also helps keep out road noise. Now the hardtop panels have a tendency to resonate and let sound bounce around the cabin, but having these soft panels installed means that you won't have that issue. These are going to absorb the sound so you don't have to crank the stereo all the time or shout to your passengers. They also have the added benefit of bringing a bit of a nicer finish to the inside of your Jeep. Having these installed gives the inside of the hardtop a more finished appearance, so you get an aesthetic benefit as well. It's kind of like having a nice headliner like you would in a regular car. Each panel features a specialized thin insulation material covered by heavy-duty pleated black nylon material on the back and this nice soft gray material on the front. So it's going to give you good looks and durability. Each panel also has fully finished seams all around the edges so they look as good as they function. They're also easy to install, and they've got part of the Velcro that you need to do it installed on the back already. We'll talk more about that momentarily though. Pricing for this kit comes in at about $225, and this is really kind of alone in the market. There's not much to compare it to aside from the Mopar one, which is double the price of this kit. And this is going to provide you similar benefits, so in my book, you spend half the money and get very similar results. Really, that's a win-win. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 2 hours to complete. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the panels attach using included Velcro pieces, so you just need to get things lined up, prep the surface, and stick them on. And then you can pull these off at any time. This is not a difficult job by any means, just one that's going to take you some time to complete. With that, let's head on out to the shop, and we'll walk you through that process step by step.
The tools you'll need for this project is some rubbing alcohol and the included adhesion promoter. Hi everyone. Today we're installing a hardtop insulation kit on our Wrangler, so let's get started. Now it's always a good idea before starting this is to do a test fit of all the pieces that are in this kit. The reason being because they are so similar in size and shape that you want to make sure that you've got the right side for the right part of the vehicle. So if you do a test fit without putting any of the Velcro strips on, you'll get an idea of exactly where this is going to fit and where you need to prep the surface. And to prep the surface, we're going to be using some alcohol prep pads. Now you can use regular rubbing alcohol that you buy at your local pharmacy and a clean cloth. You just want to make sure that the surface is completely clean before you actually go to apply this. So the way this is going to work is we'll do our test fit. So we know exactly where this is going to lay. Now once we've got that figured out, we'll use our prep pad and go ahead and clean those areas where we're going to be adhering the double-sided tape and the Velcro strips. So we're just going to wipe this down. Everywhere that it's going to be touching the double-sided tape. Now, once you do that, give it a couple of minutes, let it clear up and dry up. And then you're going to use this adhesion promoter pad. And you're going to wipe in the same areas that you just cleaned with the alcohol. Reason for that is it provides better adhesion for the double-sided tape. Now, because of the fact we're not making this a permanent addition to our vehicle, we're not actually going to apply the adhesion promoter. But when you do apply this, it is recommended that you wear a pair of rubber gloves to protect your skin from the adhesion. So just go ahead and wipe this down wherever the tape is going to stick. And then what we'll do is we'll apply the Velcro tabs that are included in the kit to the back side of this. That way we know exactly that they're going to match up when we apply it. Now let's go ahead and get those Velcro strips applied to the back of our insulation. Now as you can see, we've got quite a supply here of the Velcro strips that we're going to be applying to the back of our insulation. The way this works is we're just going to take one of the tabs, place it on our insulation. Now each one of these pieces will take approximately 12 to 13 of these Velcro tabs. So we'll just put them in place all around the edges, wherever the matching piece is on the back of the insulation. And this is how it's going to be applied to the back of our insulation. And you can do this for all the other pieces in the kit to get it prepared, so that all you have to do then is just remove the backing material and just stick them all in. So after you've done your alcohol prep and then you've applied your adhesion promoter and given that some time to dry, then you can go ahead and put all your Velcro strips on all the other insulation pieces and then get ready to actually install it. All right, so your panel should look something similar to this here. You've got plenty of Velcro strips to make sure that you've got plenty of coverage when you go to put these up. Now you can do one more test fit just to make sure that you're in the right area and how you want to put this in there. And then what you would do then is, I recommend starting in one area. Instead of taking off all of the backing at one time, just start in one area and work your way across, or from front to back, whatever works best for you. So like I said earlier, because we're not making this a permanent addition to our vehicle, we didn't put any adhesion promoter up, and we're also not going to remove all of the backing material on these. You would, of course, make yours permanent addition to your vehicle, so you would remove all of your backing material when you put this up. So we're just going to remove a couple of these here. So we'll remove one in each corner for right now. All right, you on the other hand, like I said, would remove all of them at one time. So now we can go ahead and set this into place. And once you've got it where you want it, just go ahead and stretch it out and make a nice firm pressure on all of the sticky pads. Now, once you do that, then you can move on to the next section. Now, like I said, we're not going to do all of ours, so we're just going to remove a couple of them here just to show you what it looks like when it is actually installed. So we'll go ahead and smooth this out. Get some good pressure on it. And then we'll move on to the next area. Press that into place. And we'll do one more just to show you what the finished product actually looks like. So now what you would do is go ahead and do this same process to all the other panels and get all of your installation installed.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the Red Rock Hardtop Insulation Kit fitting 2018 and newer JL Wranglers. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, for all things Jeep, be sure to keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.